Everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Seniors Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. And yes, it's 2025 as I depicted as great year to be alive and thrive. And I'm parlaying that over to good Golden Rule and all our clients and their families as well too, and good wishes and blessings for the new year. What we're going to talk about today is that we have depicted as our topic is 8 healthy New Year's resolutions for older adults. We all make New Year's resolutions. Some a little bit more physical, some a little bit more mental, and some just to keep us in touch with our healthy future as well, and maybe to make amends of years past. So it's a good time to focus on our senior loved ones just the same. If they don't have New Year's resolutions, it's making it for them as well. So to no further ado, we're going to talk about 8 healthy New Year's resolutions for older adults. So here's a little couple of things that I put together. Do you make New Year's resolutions? If you're looking to make 2025 one of your healthiest and happiest years yet, consider focusing on doable goals to boost your health and quality of life. It turns out even some small daily adjustments can have a surprisingly long impact on your health. Here are 8 ways you can help yourself and your senior loved ones or older adults feel good and age well. 1. Eat more nutrient-dense foods. You need fewer calories with aging, but just as many nutrients. Eat more nutrient-rich fruits and vegetables, grains, seafood, lean meats, and poultry, beans, nuts, and seeds. Or consider consuming less sugar-sweetened drinks and desserts. Now, we bring this about all the time. You know, a lot of seniors that live at home alone, to make something as a quick meal, they'll get a frozen meal that unfortunately is laden with a lot of salt and preservatives, of course, to keep it frozen. And it's not the most nutritious foods. The best nutritious foods, as we spoke about here, is fruits and vegetables, preferably fresh versus canned, because again, that is salt ridden as well. And to really have a balanced meal. But protein is so important for not only for our bones and our function of our digestive tract, but it's also important for our muscle memory and all that seniors need. So if you have nutritious meals, maybe 3 meals a day, maybe on a smaller scale, you're eating balance and your body is thriving off of what you're putting into it. So, which is great because if you're active, you're burning those calories, but you are putting the right food in you to be able to burn it the right way. If you put a lot of sugar into your system, it's got a real quick effect of wearing off, and it's not nutritious, as we well know. So do a variety of physical activities. Older adults can benefit from doing 4 types of activities regularly. These include aerobic exercise, such as walking or swimming, for endurance, and activities to strengthen muscles, improve balance, and increase flexibility. Some examples like doing yoga. There is chair yoga, which combines balance, flexibility, and strengthening. Going back to number 1, nutrition-dense foods, realize when you're living in senior living, that dietary menu is really guided by the state. So those that are diabetic or hypertensive, that have high blood pressure, they're going to be served meals that are enriching for the disease process as well too. So it wouldn't be laden with salt or sugars that are diabetics. So they have a choice, of course. They have the choice of eating it or picking the sugar-free ice cream. So, but at least it's available where you would not have that available at home. And dining with somebody really makes all the difference in the world when you're breaking bread and actually having a conversation, and not eating alone. Eating with somebody is great. Physical activities is also very hard to do when you're alone by yourself in the house, to do some of these exercises, or if somebody really has balance issues, the afraid of falling and not being recognized that somebody is on the floor, or has stretched the muscle too much so and is not being cared for or being alerted of such a maybe an injury. So, we're senior living. They have exercise classes every day, fit to live, fit to be fresh. And where it talked about, swimming, there is a lot of senior living that actually has swimming pools that you don't have to worry about cleaning it or taking care of it. It's being done, but there's a lot of aerobic exercises that are done in swimming pools that are heated. So that's a good exercise. But doing it together really makes you motivate together and making you do the exercise because your friend is doing it as well. Chair exercises are very, very popular, like yoga, even strengthening, and some weights, and of course balance exercises is really important. But doing it together is great, and it's on the schedule, so there's no avoiding it at all. 3, think positively. Studies show that a positive attitude has been linked to faster and better recovery from injury or disability, lower risk of chronic disease and memory loss, less isolation and loneliness, and handling stress better than without going or ignoring difficulties. We spoke about this last time during the holidays. There's a lot of loneliness, but thinking positive. In senior living, it's great because everybody's getting up in the morning and having breakfast together, and they're looking forward to the activities of the day rather than existing. So it's a positive approach to the day, and they're blessed that they are alive and thriving, and that together they're being positive. A lot of open up with prayer in the morning services. So there is, like daily devotions, there is a lot to be said about senior living with these New Year's resolutions, how somebody could easily apply their New Year's resolutions to their daily agenda. 4, stimulate your mind. Challenging your brain or learn something new through a university or community class, book or movie club or photography group helps keep your brain healthy. I believe it. I have a 102-year-old stepdad, and he always believed that the brain is a sponge. Just when you think you know it all, he said, squeeze it out and absorb some more. He read a book every single day. And it's learning something. It's making the brain work. And there is so much in senior living that, stimulates the mind. Again, it's not an existence when living alone and not partaking in any activities with somebody else or just sitting in front of a TV all day. Again, it's existing, and that's not stimulating the mind. There's puzzles, there is word games, there's card games to do with each other, bingo, there's these exercise classes, there's craft classes. There is so much involved in it. They actually have preschools and children and Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts that come by and interact with our older adults. And I've seen some, as of recent, the Girl Scouts are actually doing gardening with some of the residents of senior living. So again, stimulating the mind is important. Just as my dad said, if you don't use it, you lose it. But at the same time, also with your flexibility and your muscles. But this, you need to keep it active. 5, help other people. Research shows volunteering improves health by reducing stress and depression risk and keeping you physically, mentally, and socially active. I couldn't agree with that more. I do have a lovely resident that just moved into senior living. She was so excited that she's going to be running some craft classes. She is a painter. And I also have another lady that actually weaves baskets. So it gives them a purpose that they're actually helping others as well. And they're ingrained in with other people and helping them. They're volunteering, improves their purpose. So having that really reduces stress of living by themselves. They're with other people, but they're looking forward to the next day, and how that their talents and their special gifts that they could give to somebody else is really, really important. So I can't agree with that again more. And these are 2 examples that just recently placed. These 2 ladies that really come to mind. 5, help other people. Research shows volunteering, I just said that one, I'm sorry. 6, stay connected to make new friends. Social engagement and participation are especially important for older adults. Can't agree with that more. As we said in previous videos and talks, Tuesday talks, that, as you get older, you're losing your group of friends. They're passing on, move elsewhere, or they are having a very serious disease process, maybe dementia or cancer, that you're limited in communicating with them. So really in senior living, you're making new friends. And what's great about it, doesn't matter the weather. You're under one roof. Your friend could be next door, could be just walk down the hallway and just say, let's go have a cup of coffee together. So, making new friends, you're all in the same situation, all together, that you really should not be safe living alone. So making new friends likeness is great. They do have ladies groups, they have book groups, they have craft groups, and even the men, a lot of them that are veterans actually have veterans groups. So they could talk about their experiences being at wartime and being a veteran and our military personnel. What a great way of bonding with new friends and having different aspects of familiarity at the same time. So, staying connected and making new friends is great. It's something, again, to look forward to. 7, engage in the arts. Participating in the arts through music, painting, writing, dance, or theater can stimulate people in unique ways that bring cognitive and mood benefits. One of the senior living communities that's close by me really sounds this out so clearly. They just renovated their grand ballroom. They just had a senior prom. They have hoedowns. They have layouts, luau's. They have so many activities, and I'm really excited that it's decorated so nice that they are going to be able to gather again. They have entertainers that come in and sing the old music of Dean Martin and all, Frank Sinatra and all those oldies and goodies that our, senior loved ones are familiar with. So there's music. There is dancing. Like I said, we had a prom, but also the arts. There's theater. We actually seen young dance groups from dance theater that are local that actually perform at these senior living communities. Music. I can't say enough how music is important. That is filtered out throughout the community. Even during dining, it is very soft played. And then the last thing where we talked about is painting. The 2 ladies that I just recently spoke about, one that actually makes baskets, but one actually is a painter. She's bringing so many of her paintings to the facility that she could decorate the community itself, her apartment, but now she's going to parlay and teach others of her craft. I have another lady that I'm working with now that is very, very big into watercolors, and she's moving into a small senior living home. Just as, had a stroke. She is so looking forward to being able to do that craft because it's now with somebody else. So no matter how big or small the senior living community is, plays a big part in their day. Again, you can't do this really, unfortunately, at home or go out to the arts because it requires you to be out of the home, get transportation and all. The last one, 8, is share a good laugh. Humor or a smile can make you feel good even in a difficult times. Laughter also strengthens your immune system, lifts moods, ease pain, lower stress, says actually Harvard Health. I cannot agree more. What did they say? Laughter is the best medicine. It sure is. Even watching old TV shows, Everybody Loves Raymond, Golden Girls, all those shows of yesteryear, and you laugh, you pick up things that maybe it's the 5th time you saw it, you pick up something else that is really funny about it. All the old shows of the Lawrence Welk shows also, not only laughter, but seeing music. But doing all those activities that require laughter and gathering together and sharing stories is great. I've seen it in senior living that there's actually comedians that actually come in and do their talk and walk in the community, and you should see the belly laughs and the smiles and the gathering of laughter. It really makes for a great time and a great memory. So if you adhere by these 8 healthy New Year's resolutions for older adults, or enhance that and suggest it to your loved one, you're going to have a happy and healthy senior loved one for a good long time. So introduce it to them, and also speak to them about senior living, that this is all under one roof, one umbrella. Next week, we're going to get together and we're going to talk about 6 tips for beating the winter blues. In some states, it's very cold, or even in Florida, it's been very cold in the morning, so it's very hard to be outside that you normally would be, maybe gardening or just enjoying the sun. So there is a couple of things that we could talk about, some 6 tips of beating the winter blues, not only physically, but mentally. As always, I lead you to my website. It's www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find a whole host of information. There will be my contact information, my bio, testimonials, various options, resources, and a whole library of all these video talks from past. We're into our 7th year, so there's a big library for you to pick through on all different topics. As always, I wish you a blessed week, and I'll see you next week for 6 tips for beating the winter blues. In the meanwhile, have a blessed new year, a blessed week, and let's thrive and be alive in 2025. Bye-bye now.